So he knows that we're not going to build a concrete wall, a 2,000-mile concrete wall. The president knows that, right?
The president knows that I'm looking at every variation on the theme.
Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly concedes that President Trump's border wall won't reach from sea to shining sea. So where will we see the wall or other variations, and what's the impact on us here in Arizona? Joining us, Michel Marizco, border editor for the KJZZ Fronteras desk. He's covered the border longer than just about any reporter out there. Welcome to Square Off.
Thank you very much.
Great to see you again.
Yeah.
Let's start with Secretary Kelly's comment last week about what he thinks the wall will look like. What are you seeing on the ground that tells you what the wall will or won't look like?
So the two things that immediately jump out are an integrated fixed tower. These are these digital towers. You remember the Strategic Border Initiative that cost us $1 billion 5 years ago. So this is an offshoot of that. This is run by Elbit Technology Systems, and this is an Israeli company that builds cameras and towers. These are going up along the entire border. In fact, 3 months ago, right before the president was inaugurated, Customs and Border Protection put out a request for proposal to put up these types of towers along both the southern and the northern borders.
So that's going up right now, but all we're hearing about is the wall. We're seeing prototypes for the wall, but how much of a wall do you think there will be in Arizona versus, you know, those kind of towers or drones?
I mean, we have a few hundred miles of Arizona border that right now doesn't have vehicle barrier. There's so many questions. For example, those vehicle barriers and the current walls and structures that are up. These are not walls. These are, you know, see-through. These are bollard-style fencing. You know, are they going to replace billions of dollars of infrastructure that's already up and replace it with a concrete wall, which is what the latest proposal was? We don't know. But we do know, for example, that they're going to Silicon Valley and they're asking technology companies up there to develop sensors on drones and implement those, again, along both the northern and southern borders.
What are the lessons for Arizona from '06 with the Secure Fence Act and how that played out in Texas?
Eminent domain.
Eminent domain, land.
When I was in Texas last week, you know, I'm talking to farmers whose land, remember in Texas, the border is actually right in the middle of the Rio Grande. So a lot of these farmers end up with land on both sides of the brand new border wall that's built up on levees. Some of those farmers from 2006 still haven't been paid. You know, I'm not talking millions of dollars. So when you take it out overall and you extrapolate it over, you know, the 100 miles of border that was erected there, it could be. But I'm talking $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 per farmer for 2-3 miles of linear footage that was taken off of their land to erect these walls. We'll see if that happens here.
Yeah, do you think we'll see that in Arizona, those kind of eminent domain fights? Because I know the administration is hiring a lot of lawyers.
You know, well, I think where we are going to see those, obviously, is going to be on the Tohono Indian Reservation. And we're also going to see them, I believe, in Patagonia, in Sonoita, Arizona. 4 years ago, we had eminent domain fights there when the CBP wanted to erect these same digital towers on people's private lands in that area.
All right, last question. We've seen a big drop in border apprehensions over the last few months. Is that entirely because of President Trump?
You know, right now, when we talk about immigration, March is supposed to be warmer. People are supposed to be coming up. In fact, numbers are dropping. They have been dropping a few years. But yes, I would attribute much of this to President Trump just based off my interviews with people in northern Mexico.
All right, got to end it there. Michel Marizco, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.